I'm just really anytime it like I find another like-minded individual like yourself, Nick. I really appreciate it that I have found. That's the one thing with technology where it's like everybody's like, oh, the internet's gonna make us all stupid and lazy and all this. I'm like, maybe some of you 80 IQers, but for me, I've only found a wealth of knowledge, a doctorate degree. I read every fucking thing I can find, and I found people like Nick that I can bullshit with about all the things that interest me that very few other people can speak confidently or knowledgeable about. Where we'll get to a certain point where I'm like, "What's your opinion on this?" And they're like, "Have no idea what you're talking
Yep.
about." That sounds cool and interesting, but have you seen the Lakers recently? It's like,
Yeah.
and again, I don't want to be that pretentious asshole. I don't know how else not to sound like Dom said, insufferable know-it-all here.
Yeah.
But
It's tough.
at the same time, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. And, I'm certainly not going to apologize because I read a fucking book last week.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
And dude, like podcasts are a great way to like parse out your thoughts. You have to
Mm,
kind of like flesh things out, and especially like bringing other people that have different perspectives or similar perspectives or maybe come from a different background. It gives you a different perspective on the world. It gives you a different perspective on politics, on philosophy, technology. Like I enjoy most of the time, like when me and Dan do a podcast together, we agree on everything. But it's really fun when we don't, right? Like it's
yeah,
great when
yeah.
we get into robots and it's like, oh, no, 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 you're completely wrong. And then he's back at me, you're a fucking idiot. Like you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm into this type of shit. And it's like, yeah, man, I read sci fi. So like, I'm kind of, you've never been there. You've never
You've never
been to a
seen.
robot factory like I have. But it's like I've read 500 sci-fi books. So I kind of have an idea of like what these things would need to do. And also I've worked on a lot of job sites. So I know how difficult it is. I could see a robot doing hospice. I could see robots doing maybe like cooking and cleaning a little bit in your house. Like I could see having an arm in your kitchen that can kind of do a lot of shit
Mhm.
like that. But I don't see one doing line work anytime soon. I don't see one replacing you as like a medical in your medical unit anytime soon. Like I see you guys utilizing the chat bots and the LLMs to make your life easier, to make your job to do your job better, to get a different perspective that maybe you haven't seen before. Like that is a useful tool, but I don't see it replacing people anytime soon.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, and that's the hope that's the little sliver of hope that I'm holding on to, and I hope I'm not naive in my belief of it, right? It's like because yeah, it could be next week all of a sudden everything you just listed is replaced. We now have the Tesla bot